What's really happening in the real estate market? We're gonna talk about that right now. It's Alex Fung here, Daryl King Team, Remax Hallmark. I just wanna wish you guys Happy New Year. Hope you guys are doing very well. Hope you got to celebrate with your family and friends. And so let's just dive right into the real estate market, okay? So before we do, it's good to put into perspective, how is the real estate market compared to the stock market and the crypto market? And the good thing and the good news I have for you is that it actually outperformed both of those asset classes quite considerably. The stock market actually in the same time period of January 2022 versus January 2023, it actually dropped by over 34%, okay? And in the crypto market, it actually dropped by 78%. So it's all about perspective here, okay? How have we done versus the other two, okay? Now, the other aspect that we need to consider is the foreign buyer ban, okay, introduced by the federal government. So starting in January, okay, foreigners are not able to buy homes for up to 2 years, okay? And, you know, there's not a lot of comment about that from the government, okay? But because it's Ontario and based on, you know, there's lots of immigration that happens here, a record breaking, okay? Last year we had over 400,000 immigrants coming to Canada, okay? So it's very interesting to see what's happening, okay? And the second thing that we need to think about too, though, is how, as an investor and as a foreigner, there are ways to get around the foreign buyer ban, okay? Before I begin though, I'm not a lawyer or an accountant, but based on my interpretation from, you know, the website and what they're saying is that you can get around that as a corporation, right? If a Canadian majority holder owns a corporation as a foreigner, you can buy a home. But that leads to the second hurdle, which is the provincial government, where they introduced a 25% foreign buyer tax. So, you know, you may still have to pay that tax, and, you know, as an investor, that might not be the best for you, right? You might look at other provinces, you might want to look at other countries, okay? So it is expected for the market to continue to cool down, okay? So one of the things that we need to look at too is the interest rates. Are they going to go up? Now, there's lots of mixed feelings about that, okay? Desjardins says that it's going to stay the same, and TD believes it's going to go up on January 25th. So nobody really knows what's happening, okay? Before, you know, the rate hikes, the interest rates were pretty much free, right? It was free money. It was 0.25, okay? Now it's about 4.25. So that's a big increase in such a very short period of time, okay, within that year. So are homeowners struggling right now? The ones that purchased homes and, you know, in February, you know, March, they are feeling the crunch, okay? They're seeing their mortgage payments, especially if they got a variable rate, they're feeling the pinch. Okay, now, before we really dive into the numbers here, we need to think about, you know, if you've done any home improvements, any upgrades, your location, any local amenities. These factors really affect the type of the prices on your home, okay? And so every neighborhood is very unique. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, but let's just get right into it. Oh, right, let's talk about the Toronto real estate prices. So right now we have 1,162 transactions versus the month before. It's a 35% decrease, okay? 1,700, almost 1,800 transactions. On February, all-time high was 3,025 transactions. On a year-to-year basis, even that's so, 51% less transactions that happened in Toronto versus a year ago, okay? And if you compare even pre-pandemic numbers, okay, there's 31% less homes that sold. In terms of active listings, right, it's interesting to note that a lot of homeowners decide to take their homes off the market and pull back, okay, on a month-to-month basis, 27% less. So 35 or close to 3,600 homes that were available only compared to the month before, which was over 4,900 available. Now, if you compare it to, you know, even December, okay, it was almost double. It was 1,800 homes that were available a year ago versus now. Okay, so really, if you're looking to buy a home in Toronto, now is the time because you have a lot more options. You can talk about the price, you can talk about, you know, the contingencies, financing, status certificates, you know, inspection, etc. Right? A lot more options. I always tell my buyers never fall in love with a property until the keys are actually in your hands, because a lot can happen. Now, in terms of the prices, right, on a month-to-month basis, there's a slight change of a dip of 3%. 1,017,000 is the average Richmond Hill, Toronto home price. You look at all-time high of February is about 18%, 1,243,000. Yet it's still up 15%, okay, pre-pandemic numbers, okay, 885,000. Okay, so now if you think about it in terms of the type of market, it's still a seller's market, guys. Don't get that mistaken. Okay, a seller's market is when anything from 0 to 5. Okay, that's a seller's market. And from 5 to 6 is a balanced market, and from 6 to 12, it's a buyer's market. And what the type of market calculation is looking at is number of transactions versus number of available listings. Okay, so if anyone's telling you, hey, you know, it's a buyer's market, guys, it's time to buy, you know, not necessarily. Okay. So let's dive into the detached homes in Toronto. So 310 transactions versus 542, okay, the month before. Number of listings though, 822 versus 1,250, okay? So there's a lot less listings available now on a month-to-month basis, okay? Even if you compare it to the all-time high of February, 856, like there's less listings, but the prices have gone down by about 22%. Okay, which is 1.6 million for detached in Toronto versus February 2,073,000. Now it's still a seller's market, 2.65, but it is trending towards more of a balanced market. Okay, because February was about 2.3, and if you compare that to other time periods, even pre-pandemic numbers, okay, it's still becoming more of a balanced market. And it is taking 8 additional days to sell a home, 27 versus 19 the month before. And what's interesting to note though, if you look at pre-pandemic numbers, it took 31 days to sell. Okay, so home prices have gone up by 19% pre-pandemic, and it's taken 13% less time to sell them. Okay, for the semi-detaches in Toronto, 83 transactions versus 169. On a year-to-year basis, it's still less by 46% of 154. Okay, pre-pandemic, 34% less of 126. And if you look at the active listings, there is a significantly pullback from homeowners in semi-detaches. 33% less homes are available from November to December, and 27% less listings on a February to December figure. Okay, very interesting to note. Okay, but despite the pullback, there's still a drop in price, right, of 25%. Okay, the average price in Toronto for semi-detached is about 1.15, and in February is about 1.54. But despite this, again, you're still up 15%, okay, if you owned pre-pandemic. In terms of the type of market, it's still a seller's market of 2.16. Okay, December 2021 though, which is very interesting, that was more so a seller's market than it was in February. And in terms of days on market, it took about 23 days to sell a semi-detached in Toronto. Okay, which is the same amount pre-pandemic numbers. For the townhouses, 38 homes did sell versus 67. Okay, and it's even less so now than it was pre-pandemic of 44. And if you look at the number of listings, right, 62 homes are available versus the month before, which is 111. So there was more listings last month than there was pre-pandemic, December of 2021, and even February 2022. Okay, so there's a dramatic decrease. A lot of people are pulling their homes off the market, 62, okay? But despite this, the home prices did drop by 12%, okay? And if you compare to all-time high, dropped by 27%. Now you're still up though, 13% if you own pre-pandemic. And it took 3 additional days to sell a home in Toronto for a semi-townhouse, 22 versus 19. And if you look at pre-pandemic numbers, it's about 10% more longer, okay? So the condo townhouses here, 72 transactions versus 111 month basis. It's less than all other types of time periods. November, February, December, even pre-pandemic numbers. It's crazy, okay? Number of active listings though, there's less listings now than there was in November. and less listings not pre-pandemic, but February figures of 329. In terms of average prices though, it actually did decrease still. On a month-to-month basis, it dropped by 10%, and all-time high, it dropped by close to 19 to 20%. But you're still up again. Don't get me wrong, you're still up 21% if you owned pre-pandemic. In terms of type of market, it's still a seller's market, okay? People still want to buy homes. It's still not enough homes available, okay, of 3. Now, if you look at condo apartments, which is the most popular type of home in Toronto, the most transactions, 646 transactions. Okay, and if you look at it, February, 70% decrease. Okay, 2,040 homes that sold. There was less homes that sold in Toronto condo apartments versus December 2019. Okay, 27% less. Okay, in terms of active listings though, there was a 23% pullback in terms of homes available on a month-to-month basis, but they're still more so compared to February. Okay, but the interesting to note though is that 92% more homes available on a year-to-year basis. So guys, if you really are looking to buy an investment property or you're renting, you want to upsize, now is a great time to do it because you do have more options. Okay, the numbers don't lie here. These numbers are straight from the Toronto Real Estate Board. And in terms of the type of market, it's heading towards a balanced market. Okay, so there is more room. Okay, there are 2,288 condo apartments where you can negotiate with the owners. Okay, you just got to find the owners that are more incentivized and more in a hurry to sell. Okay, some of them may be over leveraged and they're having a hard time trying to pay their payments. So if you have any questions, please let me know. If you find this information useful, share it, like it, tweet it. And if you want more of a personalized number of how much your home is worth or you're looking to buy, please contact me, because again, these figures are based on just the type of home, but your home is, dependent on, the location, the amenities, any upgrades and sizes. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.